Hi there everybody, it's Moira McDonald. Not a junk journal for you. I have some of my cards that sit in my Etsy shop. I've got a number of cards and I realise that obviously nearly everybody that follows me because I make junk journals. That's fair enough, but the only problem is it may well be the case that at some point you want a card and you are completely unaware, despite the fact that my shop's called Bygones Cards, that I actually make cards. So I thought I would take the chance to show you some of my cards, which are, some of these ones I'm going to show you are really quite similar to work that I do in junk journals, and a couple are just other things to let you know that I do make other things. Now all of my cards that I sell, or as far as I know all of them, are 6 by 6 inches in size. This particular card is a thank you card, obviously, because it says thank you ever so much on it. It is stamped and has been watercoloured by myself. Again, all of my cards have, generally speaking, a bit of dimension to them. I also line, I don't know what that dot is there, I line all my cards with a paper insert and leave them blank for whoever is sending them to make their own kind of sentiment within it. Therefore you can tailor make it to whatever you want to thank somebody for. It comes with an envelope and is always wrapped in a wee cellophane bag to keep it nice and clean. Generally speaking, if it's only cards you're buying, it will be sent to you in what I call a board-backed envelope, so that there's very little chance that it will be bent. Another one with one of the gorgeous images, again 6 by 6 in size, watercoloured by myself, and I've also added some wee bling stones to this. The watercolouring here, I've used distress inks. I think it's the distress oxides that I've gone round it with to provide a sort of halo around the wee image, and it's watercoloured using Zig clean colour markers, and as always lined on the inside. I quite often make cards where I don't put a sentiment in it, mostly so that whoever it is that buys a card can again tailor make it to whatever event they're sending the card for. Right, now we're into the ones that are quite similar to my junk journal style. This has been, I think it's actually music paper that I have printed off, and then I've stamped on top of it with a variety of kind of, what do you call it? Trying to think. Well, I know that the Eiffel Tower there is a Tim Holtz stamp. I think a lot of the other ones are crafty individuals, and I've used a couple of images that I've added that again were bought from Etsy sellers, and as always the card's lined. We've got washi tape there, and that's a wee die cut of a ticket, and I think you'll recognise that as being one of Tim Holtz's little words. Another one here that's music paper, and I've stamped over it some stamped layering. Crafty Individuals is most of the stamps on this one, and the images came from an Etsy seller. Handmade by Bygones Cards. Find us on Facebook. I do have a wee Facebook page, but I very rarely do a lot of updating on it these days because it's mostly junk journals I'm doing. I just thought somebody might be interested in some of the cards, since they are quite similar to my style for my journals, and Touchwood, my journals are appearing to be reasonably popular. You'll recognise this image as being one of Tsunami Rose's individuals. I just cut her out and layered her up on top of some layered stamps, and at the bottom there's just a paper flower with a leaf, again lined. Another one of Tsunami Rose's images, again just cut out like my collages that I did in the book. in my books, and again some stamping round about her and over her. I think this one I have used, I don't think it's even just Distress Inks, I think it's actually Lindy's Stamp Gangs, but you'll not see it particularly well at the moment because the sun shines in here, you know, it really streams in, so I've got to close the curtains over. It'll be bright enough for you to see, but not the sheen on the paper. So that's my wee belt to let me know to put off the oven for my paper that I'm currently tea dyeing. Bear with me a second. There, I'm back. I don't want the smell of burning to accompany my video. Here's another Tsunami Rose image, and I think that's actually some napkin that I Mod Podged on a piece of scrapbooking paper. Some layered stamps behind her again, and a wee row of lace and pearls down there. I don't think this is a, what do you call it? I think this particular image was from Graphics Fairy. I don't think it's one of Tsunami Rose's. This was from an Etsy seller. That's a stamp that I put on. Another, I think Tsunami Rose maybe, or it might be Graphics Fairy postcard. A little metallic key with some of the eyelash trim that's in gold and black, wee bit lace in the corner, and a little crocheted flower with pearl decoration in the middle, and as always the card is lined. And the last one to show you is definitely a Tsunami Rose image. The background here was definitely Lindy's Stamp Gang. I've sewn down the edge there and done some layered stamping and stenciling behind her. Little piece of tulle, some fabric and lace, and a wee button at the top, and that one's all very sort of seamstress type. So that's that. I mean, that's only a sample of some of the cards. If you're interested in a card, have a look at my shop, Bygones Cards. I'll put the link below, and hopefully see you again in another video. In fact, I think I'm going to be doing another video on a wee haul I've had. So see you all again soon, guys. Bye!